Hello. Hi. Mic test. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm a little bit low. I think I have to get closer to the mic. Anyways, how's it going? Me personally, I'm tired. I don't know why I'm streaming card making. I gotta be a freaking maniac, but it's whatever. I don't normally wake up early, so I have my breakfast. Thought I'd wake up in time and make breakfast, be quick enough, but also apparently not. So, I've got this set up. Jujutsu Kaisen cards, right? It's gonna be weird. Everything's weird. What I'm gonna do is it's showing my screen, and so everything that has a file in it is popped into my other screen, right? So that you guys can't see it, because I don't know what kind of copyright that I might get into. Honestly, I'm just hoping nothing pops up that's like, hey, you weren't supposed to have that image, and I don't like you showing that on your stream, and I'm like, oh, whoa, sorry, my bad. But it's for Jujutsu Kaisen, it's a lot of the manga panels, because I can't get the anime images, because the main one I use is Crunchyroll. I could find a pirated website and shot off of that, I guess, but they always have the viruses, and I don't know how to feel about jumping onto them a lot of the time. So I'm just for an anime, I'm just gonna take the manga panels and see if it works or not. And so we're gonna try that today. I want to make Gojo, and then I was reading the Hikari pages, and those were good. Those were nice images. So I want to see if I can mess around with them a little bit. I'm gonna transition here, and then we'll open up a couple more. Yes, I am using MTG Card Builder because it's what I've been using and it's what's easiest for me. So I've been having fun with that. So you can see everything. I don't think you can see any important information. Yada yada yada. How am I in the middle here? Oh yeah, I figured out from my last streams on the Elden Ring and what the heck's it called? Devil May Cry, where my screen, the camera, kept on turning blue and red, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's not doing it now, thank goodness, but it's because my light here. Actually, let me turn that off. Whoa, witness me. Is that fine? Is that fine lighting? I think it works. Ooh, it shows off how pale my face is. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go here. Art. Does the file pop up on this screen? It does. Jujutsu Kaisen. Where the heck? I can't spell, guys. It's over. What even? Oh, because it's not on the right tab. It's not even on the right page. No wonder. Jujutsu Kaisen. Which one has a good Hikari? Base that start off. Oh yeah, this is not a spoiler-free warning. If you haven't read it all, you're gonna get some manga pages that for sure are spoilers. You know what? I like this one. Let's start with this one. Yeah. Now we need the funk music. Can we get some funk? That'd be a lot of fun. I'm ready for season 3 to be animated. All right, we got our lovely frames to pick from. I normally go showcase and then borderless alt. That's always the fun one I like to use. Yeah, they added the lands here for this one, and it only works really for lands. I don't know, it's silly. I'd really like to use it, but it's just so funny. Talking about that, actually, I wanted to make Haru Urara cards because yesterday she passed, and I couldn't think of any good abilities. I swear, I made before the Motivated Pony alt art, but then it just like I don't know how to feel about it. Like it's just the one card. I wanted to make three more, but I just couldn't get the effect down, like the balancing and what to do for it properly. It just so I might actually I could work on it here. I really could. I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, it's acting all slow because I've opened up 5 different tabs, and so it's gonna be slow. But Akari, big gambler. I feel like maybe not blue black. Red for sure. Red for sure. Maybe green if you want to count the money. Blue. Green because he's a powerhouse and because of the money. Red because he's insane. Black. Black would be just because of cursed energy. Honestly, it's like this is a black heavy deck. I was thinking about what's it called? Like in the Avatar set, there's the ability Firebending, which is that when they attack, they create X red mana whenever they attack, or whatever number it is during combat. But like you can only use it during combat, so it's like you have to use it for instants and stuff, and it's weird. And unless you have like mana doesn't run out between your phases cards, it doesn't really help. Unless the deck is geared for it and they have activated abilities, then sure, maybe. But with cursed energy, I'm thinking like maybe the same thing, or maybe like power stones. Like you just create black mana, specifically for like. And then here's the thing, right? There's wizards, and they don't have sorcerers, but I could name them sorcerers anyways, just to give them the differentiation. The differentiation. I don't even think that's a word. But it would be a black heavy deck, so maybe blue red black, or blue black red is the coloring. How do I feel about that? I don't know. Hold on. I have a whole thing of I have a whole doc of things I wanted to be the ability. Did I already write it here? I did. Let's just copy paste that. Oops. And make the text white. And then italics. Beautiful. Perfect. Lovely. The only problem with this is the white border here, because whenever I print cards, I do it like on a Google Doc, and so like the whole background's going to be white too. And so this here is going to be annoying to cut out. The white edge here. But obviously it's a manga manga panel. It's not gonna be the most fancy thing in the world. Hold on. Let me copy the rest. Actually, no. Let me do this first. I want the color in. Go here. For sure red. Maybe just make him full red. I was thinking for this set, the main colors would be blue, black, red. I think that makes the most sense. Maybe green, or green, black for the cursed spirits. A lot of green has spirits, and a lot of black. It just makes a lot of sense, but also because they embody nature. So I think that makes sense. I don't know about white though. I made a version of Gojo that was white, and so like it made sense at the time. I wonder if I can pull it up. I'm gonna try to pull it up. Only issue is that it doesn't really fit with the rest of the deck. Like black makes sense for cursed energy because it's literally negative energy, but it's like, oh, do you use it only for sorcerers and for domains? And even then, it's like I don't know if I want to make domains a different thing. If like their main ability is the rules text cards, and then like whenever they attack they do this, or it doubles, right? And then when like, the literal card domain expansion, actually I want to make that too. Let's drop a good image. where domain expansion is literally just an enchantment that says double. If a creature would attack, it uses its ability twice. Where is it? I wanted the three-way domain. That would be a good art. If I can find it. Aha. Yes. Universe is beyond. We're beyond the universe. Jujutsu Kaisen. Are these all loaded? Cool. Okay. I take a bagel and I eat it. Yeah. You know, I've always wanted to stream. I I enjoy the idea of it. Problem is I don't know what I do. Like video making and streaming. Freaking like if I'm going to make cards all the time, why not stream it? Cuz then one of the big things why I post is because I have no idea what I'm doing, right? So a lot of times on Twitter or on TikTok, people will be like, "Hey, this isn't how a card works. This is how it works," right? And so it gives me a better idea for cards in the future. Problem is that people don't really explain it well enough, and it's like one guy's saying like, "Oh yeah, all these cards should be legendary," and I'm like, "But why?" You know, like I had gone off the basis for 2 years of my cards making that a legendary creature didn't was based off the effect and not off whether the creature was one of a kind, and like it makes sense after the fact, you know, because they're literally cards. There's 3 cards in Aether Drift that don't have any effects, and yet they're legendary. And it's like it makes no freaking sense. But if it's the standalone creature, like, and it's legendary, then that makes sense. I didn't realize that for like how many years, like 2 years of card making, and like no one's ever said that before, and it's like all of a sudden now it's a thing. But there's always something to learn about this card making. So I post it. I try to make my cards a little better. Sometimes I don't understand what people say, and we work with it. Oh no, I don't want this frame. I wanted the enchantment frame. What am I doing? I'm distracted because that looks sweet. What the heck? See, if it's like a legendary thing, I don't know. It's the original ability that I wanted. Let's say, for now, let's do that. I think adding on that you can cast it from your graveyard. Because let's say here, where'd I put it? Let's say I go here, rules text, and I italicize that. So let's say cursed energy X. Whenever this creature attacks, you get X black mana. This mana lasts until end of turn and can only be spent on sorcerer. Oh, I'm gonna just put sorcerer spells. We're gonna get freaky. We're just gonna call them sorcerers. Can't stop me, magic. No one can. I will do as I please, unless I want to call him a shaman. But even the shamans are like called clerics or wizards or something. Like it's weird. And or domain spells and or abilities. So basically. Then I'd go back here, add little dash. The dash is unique because if you go on your keyboard, it's literally that, and then look at that. Like that's two different things, right? It's weird. Like you can't custom make that. You have to go into like Scryfall or something and just download it or copy and paste. And it's so annoying. Domain. So let's say we call it that, right? So then you have cursed energy, it attacks, you get mana, then it's used specifically for this or for sorcerers or their abilities, right? If they have any activated abilities. I don't think they're gonna have a lot of activated abilities. More than likely I want a lot of triggered abilities whenever they attack, because that would fit their domain. Now we're going back to Gojo, right? This is the idiot that I made before. It's busted. It's broken. It doesn't make sense. It's a freaking 8 cost, and it's 4 colors. Like, because originally I made it white, but also made sense for black, because of the cursed energy. But he's also using reversed, and so like maybe white is reversed and then black is normal, but also blue reverses a lot, and so it still works in blue, and it's, I don't know, man. It's tough. I'm just one guy. Like you have all these sets coming out, and it's like they have a team for it though. They have multiple teams. I'm just a guy. So like his abilities, put up to 3 target non-land permanents defending player controls on the bottom of their library in any order, or the next spell you cast costs 3 less to cast, or target player draws 7 cards. And then when you hit the domain expansion, target ability triggered from a creature attacking is triggered twice instead, or something like that. Like I gotta fix that wording, I think. But in effect, that you would make a person draw 14 cards, and then when given everything you're given, you can do nothing because you're either gonna have to cast them or you're gonna have to discard them later anyways. But that's 14 cards from the top of their deck, and that is interesting. That is to say. Or you can just make the next spell you cast cost 6 less to cast, or 6 less to cast, or you put 6 freaking cards on the bottom of somebody's library, and that's hilarious. You're gonna mess with people so hard, right? Like that's just the idea. I also don't know who made the art, unfortunately. I stopped going on. What was I using? Pinterest. I used Pinterest for a while to get some images, but then I realized like they don't source the art. Like it, I have no idea who makes these things, and so I just stopped. But this is the main idea, right? I don't know about the cursed energy though, and it's like his gambling his life ability. It's not whenever he attacks, he just is strong. But he is a brute fighter, that's for sure. And the problem is that he can use his domain over and over again, so it's like, how would that work? Like, do I just have to make his... I'm wondering if like I make this itself. Actually, let me make it legendary. Cool. I wonder if I have this as its own domain, just the ability itself counting as domain expansion, just to be like the big effect. And then hold on, let me add the you can cast this from your graveyard before I forget. Yeah. I cannot type. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can make it so that you may cast this card from your graveyard at any time you could cast an instant. You may cast this card from your graveyard as if it had flash. There's something like that. Some wording like that. Maybe if it was an aura. I think it makes more sense as an aura. Because then you can still put it on to somebody else. And not as an instant speed. I mean, domain expansions come at instant speed a lot of the time. So it's just like you mess with people, dude. No, but it's going by off of when cards attack. It makes more sense to do it on your... If the ability is doubling whatever their ability is, it makes sense as an enchantment that doesn't have flash. and then triggers their attacking ability twice. But then for other people like Hikari who have different abilities, then it changes. Because he would have flash. His for sure would have flash. I want to see if I have the art for it. Get it in my brain. Let me stare at it. Where is it? I really should just expand this and make this larger. It's so hard to just see this. Can I use that? I don't know what to use that for. Maybe regenerate? A regenerate enchantment? Do I have a good image of him activating his domain expansion? Let's find out. I really just need to make these images bigger. I'm gonna make these images bigger. Extra large icons? Lovely. Ooh. That's not bad. 182. 182. Then we can go borderless. See, I don't think, like, I don't need the portion where he emits the rules into people's brains. Is that full? No. Because obviously, like, as the card holder, you can literally just show them the card and just be like, hey, man, this is what it does. I don't know if that's gonna fit all the way. I don't like how that looks. I feel like there's a better image for that. I don't know who's ringing at that door, but I ain't answering it. It took me like 2 or 3 tries to figure out Hikari's ability. I think like originally I did not care about him and I just like mostly skipped it, so I had no idea what to do, like what he did. All I knew is that he always wins, right? But then after reading like a second or a third time, I was like, all right, I understand what this is about. I don't think there's a whole lot of images better than this one. Ooh. I think for this one, I should make it a single image of a person using domain expansion, because I also found Sukuna and Gojo using their domain expansions against each other, and it's like you can have multiple arts of like domain expansion fight, where it's literally like it'd be blue if there are multiple domain expansions on the battlefield, then, or if multiple players control a domain expansion, then it cancels out or something. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. I want to end this by making at least one card. It's already like 11:45. It's been half an hour. See, gambling is life, but the problem is that I haven't, like, the other cards for him, I don't think do a lot of gambling. Like, I would have to force it in. I think it's literally like his card has to do things at random. Because there's the domain expansion, but it's like you have to have it in the deck. It's like 1 in 100 chance or 1 in 99 chance of getting his domain expansion if it's his deck, not including all the other cards that like may or may not work with him. Like, I don't know. Like, Cursed Energy also just doesn't feel right. Like, it makes sense. Like, it's what I want to do, but also, I don't know. I don't know. This set's just really tricky. Then can I make it smaller? Hmm. I would talk about my thinking process, but I'm also eating. Whoever's watching this video, I'm sorry for you. But also, next time just show up live. Yeah. While you're watching this, give you some time to text your angry comment of like how I should have thought of a certain ability sooner. I'll read it in like 2 days after you've commented. Not because I don't read my comments. I always read all of them. I don't get enough messages to ignore people, so like I'll see it. But like sometimes I don't know why YouTube's a little slow. Sometimes my notifications are a little slow. It just take forever to like actually get to me, and then by the time I figure out like what the heck you're talking about, because I'm an idiot, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Uh, I'll figure out a comment or something. Or if you compliment the cards, I'll just give it a like, because I don't know. Like, if you're gonna tell me my cards are bad, you better tell me why. But if you're gonna like it and tell me it's cool, like, good job, man. What else? I appreciate it. Literally do this all for likes. Like, I don't want your money. I really don't. Go spend it on, like, cats with cancer. That'd be good. That's a good cause. Seriously, like, this is, like, okay. This would have to be enchantment. I think most domain expansions, like, would be, like, a sorcery or an instant. Probably an instant. But his for sure, because you can constantly reuse it. Well, actually, no, it had flashback? No, not flashback. I think literally just you can cast this from your graveyard. Because after his domain expansion is done, he just does it again. An enchantment that you can cast from your graveyard with time counters and vanishing. Because it lasts 4 minutes and 11 seconds, where he's invincible if he hits the jackpot. Do I make that one complicated card? Or do you give it multiple cards? Honestly, I think I give it multiple cards. Like, the reach, where he gets the roll. The cutscene, where, like, gambling. I don't... Why did I choose a card to start with? Oh, that's right, because he has cool art. Frick, man. What have I done to myself? I just want to make one card before this is over. Like, this is me. This is my process if I can't figure out what I'm doing. And like, this Akari is exactly, like... What the frick is going on, dude? If I had the power to make these shards come out on the card, Unfortunately, I do not. I mean, I could make a 3D card if you've seen on my Twitter and do that, and that'd be cool. But I don't have the power for this, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Would I make it a tribal sorcery? No, because it's only for Hikari. Like, like tribal enchantment, whatever, like Eldrazi, um, except for sorcerer. No, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. It would have to be like an actual sorcerer. Like the sorcerer is the spell. I wonder if I did that with the stands, tribal enchantment stands. That sounds interesting. Hmm. I think I can't make gambling his life affected by other cards in the deck because for one, it's not gonna work with the other Jujutsu Kaisen cards because they don't do things at random as much, right? Like maybe exiling from the top of your library, but I don't think much else. I think I'm too far from the mic. Okay. Now I'm just really low. Don't worry about it. Just I'm chilling. Um I have to make it so that he has an effect that does something at random and then he gets stronger. What if it's about domains? Look at the top of your library. If it's a domain, you put it in your hand. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on him. Kind of like Explore, except specifically for domains. Because the whole point is like, oh, you're gonna have his spells like this here, which if I call it like a sorcery or instant domain, then I wonder because they have innate domains and they have the domain expansion and they have like the simple domain. So that means multiple cards could be domain based abilities. So it could have the classification of domain. And so there would be cards that help you use them, that focus on domains, or that focus on each other. Like the cursed energy, that would be the synergy between both of them, right? Some people are better at focusing domains. Some people are rather help people, so they'd rather focus other sorcerers, or they just don't care at all and do neither. Like Maki, I guess. She's just strong and does whatever she wants. She doesn't use cursed energy either, so it's like, um, hmm. But now let's try this. Ugh. I'm gonna go to Scryfall. Black creature gains regenerate. Are there any cards? There's Butcher's Glee. which does that. I don't know I don't know how much I like that. Copy domain. And it's 2 in black and a common. Did I have a common? Ooh, no, I have to make it. So I got like the JJK. Oh my gosh. I got the JJK symbol on a PNG. And then I've just altered it so the coloring fits magic. Save as copy. JJK logo. Common. Open that back up. There you go. Look, perfect. Beautiful. Automatic. Automatic healing, maybe. Because he kind of just like, he doesn't control it. It just happens. See, because I'm thinking the automatic healing, he comes back and then you get stronger. Or it's the fact that knowing that you're going to be stronger anyways, that it lets you overcome. And so it literally gives him more life. You know what? If I did make it like firebending, where it works only during combat, if a lot of them are instants, because I don't think a lot of domains would be sorceries. They'd either be instants or enchantments, and a lot of enchantments might have flash anyways, or maybe there's a card that gives enchantments flash. Because I think that makes sense. This is tricky. I think I do make this an aura. Yeah, let's make this an aura. Enchantment. Domain aura. I think because technically domain is like a creature type. It's not really a creature type, but you know, it's like what is a domain? Literally, it's not an enchantment. It's not an aura. You know, it's like I think we'll count it as a creature type. We'll be a little fancy like that. We'll get rid of that. Enchant sorcerer. That is not how you spell sorcerer, I think. Sorcerer. It's not telling me how it's whether it's right or wrong, dude. It's I don't know how to spell, guys. Literally, wait, I have it right here. Sorcerer. Swear to God. If that's not right either, I'm gonna cry. So, specifically sorcerer because, well... But it'd be really cool in universe, in Magic, to see other people use domain expansion, even if they don't have cursed energy. You know, for now, we'll just do enchant creature. Because if you think about it, if Maki doesn't have any, and if I don't put her as a sorcerer, then she can't have it, which would make sense. Because I don't know, like, if you give her attacking trigger ability, and then she, like, goes wild, unless I just give her, like, activated, like, evergreen abilities, like haste and trample, and first strike and double strike, and then just give her big power and toughness, and just let her go at it. I think that would make sense. I think that's what I have for Toji. I think for Toji I have him like Yargle and Multani, basically, where it's just like he's just an 18-6 that's a 6 cost. I wonder if I have good art for him. I don't want to make him right now. Actually, let me find out if I have good art for him first. I don't think I do. I don't think I've gotten to that point in the manga. I only have so much time left that I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna worry about it later. Let's finish these. Am I gonna fix you? No. We'll worry about Hikari first. Whenever you gain life? No. Whenever you lose life? Whenever Kari... I don't even have his name. I don't even have his name. His name. Which I'm just going to copy paste that. Deals combat damage to a player. Look the top. No, reveal the top card of your library if a domain you may in your hand. Otherwise, put it back on top and put a +1/+1 counter on Kari. Big text. Woohoo! But that cursed energy X. No, wait. You know what? Let's make this like firebending. Hold on. Let me search up Zuko. I'm just gonna copy paste that. Firelord Bending X. Let's see. Literally just copy pasting him. I need to give him a name. I wonder if I should just make the gambling is life his title. Oh, wait a This creature attacks at X black. This mana lasts until end of combat. Let's see. Whenever he attacks, reveal the top card of your library if it's a domain. Exile the top card of your library instead. I think so. Or you may exile the top card of your library. No, he wouldn't say may. He would just do it. Exile the top card of your library if it's domain. You may cast it. Cast it until end of turn. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on Akari. See, that's the sad part here, where the white clashes over the black. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's like the only art I have. Let's see here. I don't know if that made it look any better, but you know, hey. What if I just completely get rid of the white border? Hold on. We'll zoom in. We're zooming. It's not bad. I kind of like it a little bit better. Yeah, it's fascinating. So Akari's whole thing is going to be using like a whole bunch of freaking domain expansions, like, because he likes gambling, you know? He's crazy. He's insane. That might be a mythic ability. It's either rare or mythic. I think it works with a lot of other cards though, so I think it is rare. Oh, but what colors to make him too? Oh, I think I just make him the full blue, red, black. Because that for sure, if I want black. I don't know if that would fit red or blue, or even green. No, no, I don't want to make him green. Yeah, it's gonna have to just fit black for now, for sure. Red because he's crazy, and because the exiling, which also fits for black. And then blue. I don't know if he fits blue in this card. Oops, you may cast it until end of turn. The main card, I think. I don't know if I have to have that distinction in there. If the domain, you may cast it until end of turn. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on Akari Kinji. I feel like there's a phrase that he says that would be really nice for his title. Is this a red-black card? I feel like the blue makes some sense, but it's not like the whole of the card. I think for now I just have to make him red-black. Is there any reason that he would have blue? Are there any cards? Domain expansion, automatic healing. His gambling is red. Like, there's no way it's blue. It has to be red. Literally every gambling card is basically just red. I think for now we're going to make it red and black, and if I change it later, then he'll be blue. black, red, gold. I think rare for now. I don't think it's a mythic ability. It just doesn't feel like it. Oops, no, I want black. Black is the main. Then it's red, as annoying as it is. Bring it to the bottom. Make it legendary. No, where is it? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Black, red. You know what would be nice if I had background music, I think. I haven't had time to search through it. Literally, this was a last minute thing. So maybe next time. Well, I say next time, but I want to also stream tomorrow, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to look into stream music. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations. I'll look at them. Make it a lot easier for me. Set symbol. Oh, I didn't make the rare one either. Okay, fine. Rare beef. Edit. Warm. Bring up saturation, warmth, a little bit of brightness. No, let's keep it like that. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Orare. Perfect. Beautiful. Set symbol. Then we move it over, I think, to 164. Ooh, a little more. I don't know the specific number on that one. There we go. Perfect. 1154. We'll keep it like that for now. Then, what else am I missing? What number do I have? I don't. You know what? I'm gonna fix this card later, anyways. Now we'll just check what number I have him on currently. My throat. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's either 50 or 55, I think. I'll just put 55 for now. Rare. JJK. Artist. What page are you from? Art. Jujutsu. Why is there an extra S there? Kaisen. Manga. That K is not capitalized. Chapter 186. Mana cost. Mana cost. He gives you mana, especially for black. That's got to be ridiculous, especially if, I feel like cursed energy should be that you lose life to get the cursed energy. Ooh, I didn't put that it has to also be used only for sorcerers. Yeah, that's... Do I want to add that? You know what, I'll add that for now. I think it's the soda that's hitting me, man. Get in my throat. This mana lasts until end of combat. End of combat. And can only be spent on sorcerer and/or domain spells and/or abilities. Let's try that. Whew, long text. I think we can make him relatively low cost. Let's see here. Do I like that? No, I want the attack to come up. Attack and power. Can that? There we go. Perfect. Will that be there? How far can I go? Yeah, let's do 20. Bring it down. I think that looks good. I'm going to copy paste that. Save that for later. Then we can make his mana cost relatively low, I think. 2 black, red. Even though he gives you power, let's say his toughness 2/4. You only get 2 mana. He is a tough bastard. If I make him 1/4, that doesn't make sense for black and red though. Black doesn't really have a lot of high toughness creatures, especially if you're having with red. It's like they just like being big and attacking. Unless I don't give him Cursed Energy X, I just give him a base amount of Cursed Energy to use. I think maybe 2. I don't have anything to... Oh my gosh. I don't have anything to go off of, because like Firebending, like Zuko's a 3-cost card with... He's a 2/4. You know, actually, I didn't realize this, but using them together, Akari and Zuko, might actually be like a pretty decent combo. Funny fact, or funny because I'm basing it off of each other. As he gets stronger, you can use your domain more, and his domain overflows. The more power he has, the more strength he has to make him more unbeatable. And so it's just an infinite loop, I think. Oh, God. Because if you use this first, and then he attacks, then he has just a buttload of mana to use the next domain that you get. Oh, my God. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. It's kind of scary, actually. Ooh. That's busted. That's busted as heck. But that's when they work with each other. Like, that's with the set. But the card itself doesn't have, like, that high of a cost. I think I'm going to stick with this for now. Like, I think it's just going to be busted, like, after a while. That's if he's your commander, right? Because you could just have him by himself and not be the commander. And, like, he's still strong as expected. But he's not going to be, like, super strong unless this is your commander for the deck, right? Like, me personally, I want to use, like, Sukuna or Gojo. Because this, like, you got to mess around with this. This is funny, right? But this year, you mess with people hard, right? Sukuna, you're just strong, right? I think, like, you just kill. Like, it's about just destroying creatures on the battlefield, right? This year, you're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of gambling. And then... what if I make it Cursed Energy X, where X is whatever you roll on a D6? I think that'd be funny. I think I'm just gonna save this and leave it here. It's already 12:19. I'm running out of time. I would like to go. I need to work, unfortunately. You know, like have a life. Doing nothing. I do nothing all day. That's my job, and I get paid decently well. So. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to save this. Do I want to give him a name? I want to give him a name. Well, I can give him a title if I think I'm going to make more. You know, that's something I can worry about later. I might just take the gambling as life here, move it up. Save. No, I made the card. Kari Kinji. Jujutsu Kaisen. What else want I give him? I need a third tag. Is it NSFW? Yes, it's NSFW. This man's a monster. Fonk. What do I want to tag him? Gambling is life. Just in case I change the name. Or add the name. I want to be able to find it. We'll download. Ooh. Pay for their cards and make them printed. Or I could just print them for free. I'll worry about that later. And then when somebody else has a card that is already named, they just... There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Mine. Lovely. Enchant creature. Is creature capitalized? I don't think it is. I think enchant's only capitalized because it's at the front. And then there's no period for it, which is weird. Whenever an ability is triggered from enchanted creature, whenever... That looks weird. No. Whenever an ability is triggered from enchanted creature, whenever... Triggered twice. Whenever an ability is triggered from an enchanted creature attacking. That don't sound right. Hold on. What? There must be a card that's made that already does that, right? I'm going to search Scryfall. I'm going to see what the master says. Whenever attacking trigger. Let's see if anything comes up. Not quite. Trigger ability twice. How about that? That's not how you spell twice. Ooh. Triggered ability twice. No, I don't think it says twice. I think it says trigger it again. If a triggered ability yeah, hold on. Alright, I got it from Clara Oswald. Oh, because then if you count it as whenever, then I think it would trigger itself as well? Maybe. If a triggered ability of enchanted creature attacking triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Triggers from attacking. If an ability triggers, from enchanted creature attacking, because I'm getting it from a Drivnod, Carnage Dominus. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So we place the words, if an ability if an ability causes if enchanted creature attacking. No, because then that would be for like all creatures. If an ability triggered from that's so weird. What the heck? That wording's so weird. If an ability caused by what? What? Ability triggers from a chance. Like this makes the most sense to me, but I feel like that's not the right wording. If an ability because that would just mean it would cause it acts between all creatures. What if it just has enchanted creature has if this card if an ability triggered by enchanted card? I just realized that this only works if it goes like throughout everything, right? Like it doesn't work by itself. If you're just targeting the enchanted creature, I don't know. I don't know how to make that wording work. I really do think this is the closest thing. If an ability triggers from enchanted creature attacking, like that creature has to attack. But then wait, let's say you have like an enchantment that says whenever creatures attack, you get +1/+0. Then wouldn't that trigger too? Whenever enchanted creature triggers its own ability, if enchanted creature attacking triggers its own ability, the ability triggers an additional time. Would that be a triple black though? I feel like 3 black is just a bit expensive then. Well, you can cast it from the graveyard, and if you're having like cursed energy where the whole point is like to make it easier, I think we have to keep it like that. Do we make it mythic? No, we make it rare. Oh, rare. Text 154. And then we put our little thing doodad. If it would let me scroll the right thing. Come on. Fine, we'll just look at something else. Automatic healing. This might have to do for now. I want to add some flavor text on the bottom. I don't know if I want to just add keep going because it's already right there. So, ooh, actually, do I have the panel right before that? I think it says like some text where, he says some stuff. Like, let me try to kill him. Oh, that happens later. In the 4 minutes and 11 seconds following a jackpot, Hikari is effectively immortal. Ooh, actually, that. Looking at this here. Get rid of that. What if I. Gambling. Responsibly, or whatever. It's impossible. No, not a question mark. We'll italicize it. Gambling is life. It looks a little bit weird, but it still fits. I'll save it. It's not going to save on the main one, though. Actually, let's delete both. We'll make it the main file. Perfect. I like that. I like that text a lot. But I don't think much works for here. You know what, for now, let's just do that text. In the 4 minutes and 11 seconds following, Hikari is effectively immortal. Why is that like that? Actually, it's not somebody speaking it, so let's get rid of that too. Ooh, that looks weird. That looks weird as heck. Why does it look like that? Come on, move up. Get rid of it. Maybe. We're close. Let's see here. Whoa. Beautiful. Perfect. Nice and centered. I think. It's hard to see on my screen. I have my microphone covering me. Yeah. Yeah. I think I had this as like 45 or something. Artist. What's the page? Jujutsu Kaisen. Chapter 178. Collector. Rare. Did I put on the little pip? No. The hollow stamp. That's right. We'll do that for now. I really like the art. I think I need to make it a different art, though. Then JJK. It's good for now. I think there's another card called Domain Expansion. There has to be. So we'll just Peerless Blade it. Peerless Blade. Jujutsu Kaisen. Domain Expansion. Put domain. That's not how you spell domain. Share card, download, automatic healing. This is a crazy ability, but you know what? Sure, we'll keep it. This would be... what did I make it? 55? This would be 56. Did I make the... is it the same chapter? No, but I can just copy paste it and make it a lot easier for myself. 182. I don't even know if I'm going to complete this one, and yet I'm still doing this. 56, 57. I don't know if I want this to be the next card. Let's do 58. We're going to have some space and have a little bit one next to it, because I feel like there's one that's a lot better than common. Maybe one that's uncommon, just to give it a little bit of space. Whoops, I almost put HCW, because I keep on making cards for that set. I think that's about it. Honestly. Instant Jujutsu Kaisen domain. I don't know if I want to put the whole name domain expansion. I think just domain for now. Unless I want to make domain expansion the whole thing, domain expansion aura. We'll do skip there. Let me add that. Get rid of Drivnod. We don't need him anymore. We'll just regret it later. 2-4. Two black red. Call him a sorcerer. Sorcerer. Then what else I have? Domain expansion. It's already saved. Do that. Where'd I put domain expansion? Legendary enchantment, domain aura. Triple black. Yes. Good, good, good. It's already saved, I think. Yeah, we'll just exit out for now. Skip. Save later. Title, automatic healing, put it there. Restless Gambler. Because that would be the name of the domain expansion. I wonder. I think we're gonna have to worry about this later. I don't know if I want to rename this to be Restless Gambler and put Gambling His Life up here, or just name him Restless Gambler. I don't know yet. Yeah, it took me like what, an hour to figure out these cards, over an hour, and like I barely made any cards. I'm just gonna X out this. Didn't use that. Goodbye Gojo. But this here's the main boy that we created today. I think that's it. Open up my other tab. But I think that's gonna be it for today. What the heck is going on with my screen? Indubitably. Okay, where's my screen? I'm just gonna go back here. Woo! Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired, man. I'm sleepy. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so like an hour 20-ish to make these cards, and I made like 3 cards-ish. Normally I'm faster than this, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna make the Ura cards later, because I gotta get ready for work, man. I gotta go out. I gotta leave. No! Being an adult sucks. I gotta do work and stuff so I can get money, because, you know, like Hololive being affected by Trump and being like, oh, we're just gonna make it so that everything you pay is like $200 more than you originally expected, so that $100 item you wanted is now 300, and so you're just gonna deal with it. Duties taxes, man, so much fun. Obviously, if you have any ideas what to do with these cards, leave a comment. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, the curse energy and all sounds interesting, domains sound interesting, but as a set, it's insane and crazy, and I have no idea how it's supposed to all tie together to make an interesting set. I don't know if I want it to make it an actual, like, a deck I use. I think it's one that could be. And literally, if you go on my TikTok, I'm going to post all of them eventually. I do it without watermarks so that you can save it. Because if you can save it, you can print it, and you can use it. And when you use it, then you come back and tell me, hey man, I used this card and it felt weak doing this or too strong doing this. And I'm like, oh cool, then I'll fix it, to balance it out a little bit better. Like, literally, any of the cards on TikTok that you see, like, go ahead and use them. Right, all the art is credited, so obviously if you like the art, go find them. Like, it shouldn't be too difficult. They're almost all on Twitter. And then, like, I don't know, tell me what you think. That's about it. I always want to make my cards a little bit better. But hopefully, if you tell me they're bad, you tell me why. Because I swear to God, some people will just go like, they're bad, and I go, okay, why? And they're like, you're horrible. Just keep it off the internet. And I'm like, but why? Right? I mean, if you say you like it, it's great. It's awesome. Like, I don't really need a reason why you like it. Like, people like things for whatever reasons. But if you're gonna tell me my card's bad, like, tell me how I can improve it. Like, come on. Anyways, I guys have a fantastic day. I'm gonna maybe find something more to eat before I go, and then go adult, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking at my stats here. It says 0 viewers throughout the entire thing. And I'm like, no! Well, maybe it would help if I actually gave, like, a warning of when I was going to stream, because I decided, like, last minute to do this, and haven't I said this before? I don't really know. It's just, I think tomorrow, if you're watching this live today, like, basically the same time it was today for tomorrow, maybe a little bit later, so I can actually, like, eat and not have to eat during stream. Because no one wants to hear that. I'll have a little bit more time tomorrow. Maybe I'll make the Haru Urara cards on stream before starting JJK. Or I'll just make them tonight and I'll just post them. Well, I mean, depending on when you see them, you might just see them. So, good luck. Anyways, have a nice day. I'm going to try to have a nice day. It's going to be tough. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard to have a nice day. But I'm going to try to have a nice day. I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna go get some Cinnabon, just feast down, eat like 1,000 calories for my lunch. Just spend like $20. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. Wish me luck. See you guys next time. Woo.